Welcome to BNEWS Weekly. I'm Phil Gallagher, along with BNEWS reporters Tad Stefanak, Chris Flaherty, Robert Paris, and Veris Conley, Juliana McGrane with sports, and Gretchen Carey with the community calendar. Thank you for joining us. Now that the deadline to return papers has passed, we have a clear picture of this year's ballot. Let's go to Chris Flaherty in the BNEWS Election Center for more.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Election Center. February 14th marked the final day for candidates to return completed nomination papers for the annual town election. Now we have a clear picture for this year's ballot. The race for planning board will see 3 candidates running for the 2 seats vacated by Bill Gaffney, who is now seeking a seat in the 5th precinct of town meeting, and longtime member Ernie Covino, who is stepping down after 36 years. The 3 candidates looking to fill their seats are Gregory Ryan, who currently represents Precinct 1 in town meeting, Jeremy Harrington, who currently sits on the Zoning Board Plane of Appeals, and Jack Kelly, a Precinct 7 town meeting member who previously served on the planning board for 17 years and stepped down in 2019. The race to fill the position of town clerk will have 1 candidate, Jennifer Priest, who currently serves on the Fox Hill School Building Committee as a parent representative and worked as the office manager for Burlington Youth and Family Services. This race will be to fill the 1 year remaining of town clerk Amy Warfield's current term. Warfield recently announced her retirement after 19 years of service. Many of the major races this year will be uncontested. The race for school committee will see Chair Christine Monaco and Vice Chair Melissa Massardo seeking re-election. The race for select board will see Vice Chair Mike Espejo and member Nick Priest seeking re-election. And finally, the race for Board of Health will see Chair Dr. Ed Weiner and Vice Chair Gail DeMore seeking re-election uncontested. The last day to register to vote in this year's election is Wednesday, March 26th, and the last day to request a mail-in ballot is Monday, March 31st. Burlington's annual town election will be Saturday, April 5th, with polls open at Burlington High School from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Stay tuned for more election updates in the weeks to come. Until next time, this is Chris Flaherty from the BNEWS Election Center.
Town Clerk Amy Warfield has announced Anea Maria, a 5th grader at Francis Wyman, and Rosina Shake, also a 4th grader, also at Francis Wyman, as the winners of the 2nd annual I Voted sticker contest. Residents cast their votes for their 2 favorite designs of 5 finalists earlier this year at the Civic Expo. All designs were crafted by Burlington students. Rosena's design features the town hall and says she chose that for her entry because it's big, it's beautiful, and holds a lot of memories. Anea's design features the Town of Burlington sign, which can be seen on the Cambridge Street side of the town common. It kind of represents our town, and everyone probably sees it at least once when they come to Burlington. Both winning stickers will be available to residents that come to the polls and cast their vote in the annual town election. In our latest edition of Town Administrator Update, I spoke with Paul Sagarino about what the new mixed zoning in the Mall Road area means for the town, the new police station, and cybersecurity. We also talked about allowing marijuana sales in Burlington, a non-binding question that will be on the ballot for this year's town election.
Non-binding referendum. So yes, the select board at a meeting or 2 prior to town meeting had voted to ask the town clerk to put that on the town's annual election warrant. So there will be a non-binding question to ask the town, you know, how they feel about the marijuana question moving forward. So I know many of the boards and committees had their own opinions as to how to move forward, but they wanted to hear from more of the residents and get a better sampling of what does the community really think about this. The town did vote to not allow it years ago, and you know, I think that many of the boards and committees I saw, and even some of the town meeting folks debating it, I feel like wanted more information from the residents of the town. So hopefully that question will provide it.
You can see the Town Administrator Update in its entirety right here on BCAT and at bcattv.org under BNews Special Features. Members of the Burlington Public Arts Committee were before the Select Board to request a 2-year temporary relocation of 9 sculptures from the Sculpture Park prior to the construction of the new police station. The Sculpture Park is adjacent to the police station, and the sculptures would not be safe during construction. The committee proposed 2 options for relocation of the sculptures. However, they requested approval of option 2, they presented, which has all the sculptures moving to the interior of the Common, similar to the Parade of Pigs exhibit held on the Common last summer, and would provide more visibility. The Parks and Recreation Department prefers option 2 for better maneuverability in maintaining the grounds. However, Director Brendan Egan requested a walkthrough of the sculpture sites, as these are plans for trees and benches on the Common as well. The Select Board wanted more time to clarify the plans and discuss options with Egan, voting unanimously to postpone the matter to their February 24th meeting. Made in Burlington has changed locations that now includes a DIY studio, do-it-yourself. Tad Stefanik has more.
A local business success story, Made in Burlington has gone from Facebook group to pop-up to a brick and mortar at Wayside, and is now making the move to Burlington Square, commonly known as the Old Tower Records Plaza.
We started out as a pop-up, and so many people in the community that came to us to shop were like, oh my gosh, this place is great, you need to stay open. So we worked with Wayside, and we were like, let's extend 6 months, see if people will still come back. And you guys have been coming back ever since, and it's been amazing. Burlington Square was really great with working with us and keep costs low so that we are still considered temporary, but so we could be moved somewhere else around in this plaza if somebody else wants this space, but hopefully we will be here for quite a while. Everything is the same. We still have over 80 handmade vendors, and then one thing that I'm really excited about is we are going to also have a DIY studio set up where sometimes we would have, over school vacations, we would have what we called Craft-a-Palooza, where we'd have a bunch of crafts set up and people could stop by. We're going to have that every day. You will be able to stop by and do crafts anytime for both adults, kids, sort of like those ceramic places that you can go and paint, but you'll have a whole lot more options than just painting. We are just so excited to be able to still keep going. Everybody has been so supportive with saying that they can't wait to see us open over here, and it's been really good for the morale. You always get nervous when you're going to move. You're afraid that people won't be able to find you or they're going to forget about you, but hopefully just keep going. The support has been great, and we should be able to get a sign on the building, which will be really easy to spot us from Middlesex Turnpike.
Made in Burlington will be holding a grand opening for its new location on Saturday, February 22nd. From the new location of Made in Burlington, I'm BNEWS reporter Tad Stefanik.
The popular Restaurant Week Boston has expanded to 3 weeks, taking place February 23rd through March 15th, and is now called Dine Out Boston. Dine Out Boston offers visitors and locals the perfect opportunity to discover why Boston is one of the culinary capitals of the world. Lucky for us, many of Greater Boston's finest restaurants are right here in Burlington, and many are participating. If you've been wanting to check out some of Burlington's premier restaurants, now is the perfect time. Participating restaurants offer fixed-price menus, feature multi-course meals at fixed price points for lunch and dinner to showcase the restaurant's best fare. Some restaurants include selections from their regular menu, while others prepare entirely different dishes. To check out the special menus for the event, visit meetboston.com. That's MEET Boston.com. Lahey Hospital and Medical Center is hosting a virtual community listening session to discuss and prioritize the most pressing health-related issues impacting the people living and working in the communities they serve. This listening session will give participants the opportunity to hear key themes from the Community Health Needs Assessment, share your perspective, and discuss potential solutions. The virtual session will be held Wednesday, February 26th, 9 to 10:30 a.m. A link for registration can be found on our website at bcattv.org. Seasonal influenza activity remains elevated across the country, according to the CDC, with Massachusetts levels reporting at very high. Recovering from respiratory illnesses during the winter flu season can be tough, and while there is no cure, with the right strategies, you can help your body heal more effectively. We have some helpful tips to aid your recovery. Of course, stay hydrated. Staying hydrated is crucial because you're losing a lot of water as your body fights off the infection, particularly when you have a fever. Drink plenty of fluids like water, herbal teas, and clear broths. Get plenty of rest. Your body needs extra rest to fight off the virus. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night, and take naps if you feel fatigued. Eat nutritious foods, that's always a good idea. Focus on a diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins. Foods high in vitamin C, like citrus, and zinc, like nuts and seeds, can boost your immune system. Use a clean humidifier. Adding moisture to the air can help relieve nasal congestion and soothe a sore throat. Manage stress. High stress can weaken your immune system. Engage in relaxation techniques such as deep breathing, meditation, or gentle yoga. Stay warm. Keep yourself warm by dressing in layers and using blankets. A warm environment can help your body conserve energy for healing. Consider over-the-counter remedies. Decongestants, antihistamines, and pain relievers can provide relief, but always follow the recommended dosages. Honey is a natural remedy that can be used to relieve cough for adults and children at least 1 year of age or older. Consult a healthcare professional. Most winter respiratory viruses should resolve on their own after a few days. However, if your symptoms persist for more than a week or worsen, seek medical advice. For more information on the flu, visit the CDC. Representative Ken Gordon is accepting applications for college-level internships in his office during summer 2025. Any college student is welcome to apply. However, local applicants with a connection to Representative Gordon's district, applicants from Bedford, Burlington, or Lexington, will be given preference. State House internships are unpaid and run in person. Responsibilities include assisting staff in legislative matters, as well as executing a long-term project. For full details on the internship and how to apply, visit our website, bcattv.org. Damon Lara, studio artist and graphic novelist, recently visited BHS to speak to the students about capturing history into a narrative form as the son of a Holocaust survivor. BNEWS reporter Varys Conley has more.
On February 11th, studio and graphic novel artist Damon Lara came to the Burlington High School to talk to the students about his latest work, including a brand new graphic novel about the history of him being the son of a Holocaust survivor.
The graphic novel that I'm doing now came about really because I had written a book that got published called Rocket Boy, which was a wordless children's picture book. I wanted to try again, and I tried making other children's books, and they did not get attention, they didn't attract publishers. So I decided, along with my agent and some members of my family, that it would be a good idea to just delve into this larger story, which has always loomed above my life. You can't control the world, but you can control your reaction to the world. You can only control your own feelings to some degree.
Students hear from us all the time, and I think there's a lot we can offer, but having new and fresh voices come in and sometimes kind of reinforcing what we already say, but sometimes just having a fresh perspective, seeing skill like that is really, I think, inspirational for our students. And they notice it. Our students will actually pick up on those things. Doing picture books and then graphic novels, these are things that our kids are into. They want to tell stories. The more people we can get in here to do that, the better. And also, there was a big thing with history. Not just world history and recent world history, but also personal history and how the two things tie in together.
They just were stories that infused my life with a sense of helplessness, I guess. We as a Jewish people and sort of in particular a family were to a great degree kind of passive, just victims of historical context. It's taken me till age 57 to sort of feel whole in a certain way that I wish it had happened earlier, but sometimes it just takes the time it takes.
To find out more, head to the Boston Figurative Arts Center's website at bostonfac.com. This has been Varys Conley from BNEWS.
Two of our teams are division leaders as the regular season comes to a close and they head into the postseason. BNews reporter Juliana McGrain has all of it for you after we take a look at this week's community calendar with Gretchen Carey.
Hey everyone, I'm Gretchen Carey, and this is your community calendar. On February 25th from 4 to 9 p.m., the Burlington High School Rotary Club will be having a fundraiser at Fiorella's at 75 Middlesex Turnpike. Mention the fundraiser to your server if you're dining in. On March 1st at 11:30, the Made in Burlington store will be having an event called Leprechaun Trap and Story. For more information, go to the store website. Starting on Sundays in March from 1:30 to 3:30 p.m., the Burlington Public Library will be having Sunday Cinema. They'll be showing movies that are Oscar-nominated and winners. No registration is required. For a list of titles, go to the library website. For more community calendar events, go to bcattv.org, burlingtonpubliclibrary.org, and burlingtonrecreation.org. I'm Gretchen Carey, and that was your community calendar.
Hey everyone, I'm Julianne McGrain, and this is your weekly sports report. Both basketball teams held their senior night at home against Stoneham, and both won. Let's take a look.
The senior night festivities were underway for both the Lady Devils and Red Devil basketball teams on the night of February 13th. Charlotte Scola, Marin Jones, Gabby Calizzi, Madison King, and Savannah Scally were honored prior to the start of the game against Stoneham. In the first period, it was all Burlington, scoring a whopping 17 points to Stoneham's 9. Things kept going the Devils' way in the second period with an additional 14 points to the scoreboard. Stoneham added 6, 31-16 at the half. By the start of the third quarter, Burlington didn't show signs of slowing down as they added another 10, Stoneham with 7, 41-23 Burlington. The ladies went home happy with a one-sided win of 58-27 on senior night. Now it was the boys' turn. Coming into this game, the boys were already crowned the Middlesex League Freedom Division champions. Seniors Anthony Guerrier, Jack Mercier, Windsor Mazur, Jason Sheehan, and Chris Sony got the recognition they deserved before the games with their families. Stoneham took advantage in the first period with a 13-11 lead. It didn't last long as Burlington came out in the second period stronger than ever with a 28-21 lead. The Devils showed no signs of stopping with a 42-34 advantage in the third quarter. The Devils held on to the lead in the fourth with a final of 59-45 and a great win on senior night.
The girls' team finished out the regular season with a 61-51 road win against Malden on President's Day. Erin Riley and Savannah Scally were top scorers. The girls finished third place in their division with a record of 12-8. Wakefield Warriors lead the division at 15-4, and at 12-8 are the Watertown Raiders in second place. The boys competed in the 3E Moving, Storage, and Round Ball Classic over February break. In the first round, they defeated Westford Academy by a narrow victory of 52-50. Anthony Guerrier was a top scorer with 14 points. Cole Shannon, Chris Sony, and Justin Gray each had 9 points. Burlington lost the championship round to Lowell by 3 points at 58-61. Top scorers were Guerrier with 20 and Gray with 19. The boys finished the regular season 14-6 as the league champs. The 13-6 Watertown Raiders are in second place, and third are the 12-8 Wilmington Wildcats. Girls hockey had a huge 10-0 win on the road against Potton-Laston Academy. Carly Weber had her first career varsity goal, while Chloe Rabazzi, Emma Steiner, and Sophia Cleary each had 2. And Shayla Coker, Ava Ciccolini, and Caitlin Tremblay each had 1. The girls traveled to the Falmouth Ice Arena for the Lobster Tournament on February 17th and 18th. They defeated Boston Lion 5-2 in the first round. They faced off against Falmouth next in the championship round. They defeated Falmouth in a 7-1 blowout, becoming the 2025 Lobster Pot champions. 2 goals were scored by Chloe Rabazzi, Sophia Cleary, and Ava Ciccolini, and Caitlin Tremblay scored 1. The girls are division champs, leading 14-6, and the Melmore's Raiders are in second, and the Stoneham/Wilmington are in third. The boys defeated Wilmington 4-0 on Valentine's Day. 2 goals were scored by Nick Tupolino and Logan Nestor, and Wyatt Condon each had 1. Burlington hosted the first round of the Ed Cahoon tournament on President's Day, and we have all the highlights.
Red Devil Hockey faced Chelmsford in the first round of the annual Ed Cahoon tournament at the Ice Palace. After the game being scoreless for the first 2 periods, Chelmsford found a way to get past goalie Aiden Shanahan on net. winning in the first round of 1-0.
Burlington defeated Medford 3-1 in the consultation round. The team finished the regular season in second place at 11-8-1. On top was Stoneham, and the Melrose Raiders are in third. The girls and boys indoor track teams had a busy day at the MIA Division State Championship on Valentine's Day. The top finishers for the girls team were Leela Gilligan at 6th place in the 600 meters, Grace Conti placed 14th in the 1,000 meter, and Cassidy Hanlon placed 12th in the high jump. The boys 4x800 relay team came in first place. Ryan Brooks placed second in the long jump, and Chris Williams placed 4th in the shot put. You can check out the full records on athletic.net. This weekend, wrestling and Red Devils swimmer Shea Woodbury will be competing in the state championship meets, while girls gymnastics will be at sectionals. Good luck to everyone. Basketball and hockey will be competing in playoffs the next week. You can check their schedule at MIA.net. For more Red Devil action, check out our sports section at bcattv.org/sports and follow us on X at BNEWS Sports. That's all for this week. I'm Julianne McGreen. Back to you guys in the studio.
Our photo of the week was sent in to us by regular Photo of the Week contributor Mary Leach. She sent in this picture of a unique point of view, looking through a knothole in a tree to find a group of happy hikers. Thank you again, Mary. We'd like to see your photos. The photos could be of something you see around town, the weather outside your door, or even photos of your family members and pets. Whatever you think is interesting and would like to share. Send them to bcat@bcattv.org with the subject line Photo of the Week. A few reminders before we close. The Oscars are Sunday, March 2nd. Be sure to check out our annual Oscar preview with entertainment reporter and in-house film buff Chris Flaherty, where he and I discuss some of the major categories and who may be taking home the awards this year. Also, Goodnight Johnny's Idol's second round of auditions will be this Sunday at the same named restaurant at 4 to 7 p.m. We leave you this week with a video we captured as the BHS Chamber Singers visited BCAT on Valentine's Day. I'm Phil Gallagher, and we'll see you again next week. Thank you.
BCAT! You're insecure, don't know what for. You're turning heads when you walk through the door. Don't need makeup to cover up. Being the way that you are is enough. Everyone else in the room can see it. Everyone else but you. Baby, you light up my world like nobody else. The way that you flip your hair gets me overwhelmed.